Hi, everybody. It's Andrea, the founder of the Limitless Man, and I just wanted to come on and take a couple minutes to share with you all what the Limitless Man is. Since I launched the Facebook page a couple weeks ago, I've actually been receiving quite a few messages and emails around the excitement of this page, and also within that, I know people are feeling a lot of energy around it and at the same time saying, but what is this? What is the Limitless Man? And that is why I'm here, is to share just briefly, directly from my own heart, what this project is about. And I would say this project actually started a couple years ago when I really immersed myself in looking at my dynamics in my relationships with men. I my whole life have experienced and had experienced a lot of pain and suffering in my relating with them, and there's always been this piece of me that has said, I don't have to accept that actually there is so much available between men and women of any background, of any sexual orientation, of any race, of any experience, to come together and really be available to each other outside of the boxes of dating and relationship and marriage and, friends with benefits, like basically removing those constructs and really beginning to feel the safety and security within ourselves to relate with each other from that heart-centered space. And for that to occur, I really had to and continue to do a lot of work internally, looking at what has created a lot of my patterns that didn't really support what we might call limitless relationships with men. And this also stems into women, of course, but I in particular received a calling to specifically speak from my relating with men. So over the last couple of years, it has been an extremely intense journey, and I will be sharing much of that with all of you as we go along in these conversations. And over the last couple months, I just started looking around at what I've created for myself in and through my relationships with men, and I started looking at the men that I was closest to. I was like, wow, these guys are not just your average guys. So not only have I basically like transcended my old patterns of men that I've chosen, but I've also like elevated myself to a space of attracting men that are also just as committed to their own transformation and healing and emanating that heart resonance energy into and on the world, all in and with the embrace of the feminine. And I have, these aren't just guys, there's 9 guys in particular, and these aren't just guys that I have had some conversations with here and there. These are men that I have deeply connected to. I have witnessed the way that they interact in the world and the integrity they hold within themselves. It is amazing. Like, I have literally watched these men even come together as men and feel wars dissolve, and their transparency and their willingness to be real with each other and share vulnerably and honestly the things that come up for them as men relating with each other. I have called these guys, I have messaged these guys, I've emailed them numerous times, asking for support in my everyday life, things that come up for me, and they are always available, just unconditionally loving and providing any kind of assistance they can. I know not just for me, but for every person that comes into their experience. And they are just living this big love in the world. And I just felt like it was time to start sharing these conversations for more people to start bearing witness to the possibilities of relating with each other, this new paradigm of relationship, firstly within ourselves, and then how that translates into our interpersonal relationships. And it isn't always pretty, believe me. Even just over the last couple weeks since I've launched this page, I've had more stuff come up than I can count, even with some of these men. And I just feel so honored that in my responsibility and in their responsibility that we can continue to come together and see each other as reflections of what's going on within ourselves, and most importantly on a collective level, because that's what we are doing here. We are creating a new foundation for men and women of all races, of all backgrounds, of all sexual orientations to come together. And even if we don't always agree on things, to still be able to come together from love. And I'm going to be sharing more of these conversations, not only between me and these men, but also between the men as well as we go along. So this whole project is actually taking form and taking shape here now. I have no attachment as to how this is going to look or what's going to happen. I have just surrendered this project to the divine, and just to let it just kind of do its thing, and share these conversations and these interactions that I'm having through my own eyes, through the perspective of me. A lot of people have been asking, where's the feminine voice in all of this? And here I am. This whole project is through the perspective of me as a woman relating with men who embody love to the fullest that they can every single day. And I'm honored to be able to share them with you in this platform. And I look forward to connecting more with all of you and just sharing, simply just sharing the sometimes ugly and mostly always beautiful path of transformation and healing, and how we can continue to support each other more fully as we move and generate this love into the world. Thank you all.